Hi Sage, my name is Tawana. Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a reading for you. This can resonate with you if you have a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This reading is valid for when you come to it, and today I am going to be using one of my new decks. If you saw the Scorpio reading, you saw how excited I was about my new Sacred Destiny Oracle. I've used it in one reading so far, and I'm going to be using it for your reading today. And I'm also using the Radiant Wilds Atlas Tarot. So Sage, let's jump in. Let's get started. All right, the first card we have is Change, which makes me feel like I'm already looking at the spread, and this reading includes a major relationship or managing relationships. So it feels like relationships are changing around you for whatever reason, or a major relationship is changing around you. And then we have abundance, and then we also have action. To me, abundance here is kind of talking about possibilities. Like there's always more, the possibility of more. There is more than enough for you, for others. It's almost speaking to me in this moment of plentiful, being plentiful, everybody being able to have a piece of something. And then, of course, action here is self-explanatory. Maybe you need to take action in a certain direction. Somebody else is taking action towards you. By the way, I'm not sure if I said that this is going to be a reading that's valid for whenever you come to it. There's no like time on this. It's whenever you are meant to see this, you'll see this. It either will resonate or it won't. And so, yeah, action being taken towards you, or maybe you are taking action towards someone else. So let's jump into the spread. The first two cards we have in the tarot are the Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups. And I almost feel like this is an inspiration, like you're inspired to do something, you're inspired to connect with someone. I actually feel like saying reconnect. When I said connect, I was like prompted to say it like reconnect. So this feels like maybe you're like inspired to reach out, you're inspired to reconnect with someone. This feels like something that you've probably been waiting to do for a while, but maybe have been in two minds about it. Eight of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. Maybe this involves travel, and maybe that's why you were in two minds about it. But it does feel like you are inspired. Maybe this is an intuitive hit, like you are just casually doing your own thing and you just remember someone, like a memory pops up in your brain and it keeps popping up and you're like, maybe I should reach out to that person, or maybe I should go see that person. So being inspired, being moved to do something, being moved to take a flight, being moved to drive out to see someone, being moved to take a taxi to go and see someone. I feel like this has something to do with movement. It feels like there is some distance between the both of you, and the King of Pentacles is here. So maybe you're dealing with somebody who's a King of Pentacles, or maybe this is how someone feels about you. They're inspired to reconnect with you. This could be a metaphoric gap. Like this could be a actual physical distance being between you, and it could be a metaphor for the relationship growing distant between the both of you. So here you are. I feel like you're of two minds. Should I go? Should I not? Should I take the trip? Should I not take the trip? And you're kind of juggling what both possibilities would look like. There's something about timing here that I think is important, because we have the Judgment, the Five of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. So it almost feels like, is this a decision that you are having to make that you're hesitating on because there's some drama surrounding this reconnection, or sometimes the Five of Wands can talk about conflict, it can talk about drama, it can talk about different people having different agendas. For some reason, I feel like there are multiple people involved or who will be impacted by whatever this reconnection is. And that is the worry, or that is the concern, the drama, the effect of what this may cause. So we also have the Nine of Wands here, which I don't know if this is you or if this is someone, the person that you're reaching out to or you're trying to close the gap with, but it feels like there is some hesitation because of the Five of Wands, because of what this reconnection may cause in you or someone else's life. It just doesn't feel like it's that simple. So yeah, there's a lot that has to do with the timing of when you reach out, the timing of whatever. And maybe that's why you were waiting on this. Maybe that's why you were waiting to do this, to bridge this gap, waiting to reach out, waiting to take this trip, because it feels like it's just not that simple. And then we have the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands, which I think this is you, Sage. King of Wands is your energy here. And you're coming up as wanting to work on something or working on something. So we have, this could be even you being at work, like having a project that you were working on and in this place of achievement with this project. There is a helicopter passing over me, so I'm just gonna wait till it flies over. Okay, so this is you, Sage. This is you, and I don't know who is trying to make the reconnection here. It could be you, but maybe you want to work on the relationship, or work on whatever this reconnection is. But I feel like you're very in your head about it because you know that it will impact another person or other people, or it may cause some drama around you. Regardless, though, I feel like this relationship, this reconnection, this connection that you share with another person, which I feel like this other person, they're coming up, it's the Queen of Swords. But I feel like the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are coming up as equally yoked. These are two people who are on the same level. These are two people who may have a lot of things in common, especially in the communication realm and how they think. So there's a lot of relatability there. And so I feel like there's a lot of even like history in the connection. Six of Cups and the Ten of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of like shared memories or history, or even maybe like a childhood connection or something that breeds nostalgia and a feeling of fondness between two people. But it's almost like the gap isn't being closed because of the Five of Wands, because of the impact that the reconnection will make. I don't know why it would cause drama, but that's what I'm picking up from the reading. So we're moving over to the Queen of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles, who is the other person in this reading. And this feels like another person to me. And it feels like this is the person who you want to extend your cup to. This is the person who you would like to maybe meet up, have drinks with, travel to see, whatever the case is. This is the person that's on the receiving end of you being inspired to move towards them. And I feel like you're making a small gesture, not the gesture that you actually want to make, because you're the King of Pentacles and you're showing up as a Page of Pentacles here. So you're starting small because there are people to think about in this situation. Or maybe this is something that happened between you. Maybe it's not people who will be impacted by this reconnection, but maybe something just happened between you both in the past. Maybe you guys had a falling out in the past, or something happened between the both of you that impacted the relationship strongly. So it's like a, how do we get back some sense of normalcy in our relationship after this fight that we had, or after this thing that we went through. So I see you making a small gesture, because there's still a lot of love here in this relationship, whether it's a romantic connection or just a friendship, you and a friend that you've known for a really long time. So you're making a really small gesture, and for some reason, I feel like you are concerned about the relationship changing. You're concerned about the relationship ending. So it's almost like you want to make this gesture. You don't want the relationship to end, so you want to make this gesture towards this Queen of Swords person, because you guys share so much history. It's like a concern that if you don't, the relationship will die, and all of the history that you have with this person will also go away. I mean, this is a lot of memories that you probably shared with this person. The Six of Cups talks about those connections that feel like they're coming from another time with us. It could be a childhood connection, or it could be a relationship that we call like it reminds us of a soulmate. There's so much ease between the both of you. So there's that between you. And I feel like you're worried about this ending. You're worried about this ending if you aren't able to like reconnect in the way that you want to. There's also something about you waiting on the right time too. And then we have the Hanged One and the Five of Cups. Are you afraid of losing someone? So that is impacting how you connect with someone else? That's how this feels to me. Like almost like a fear of losing one relationship, and that is impacting how you navigate another relationship. Because I feel like even though you would like to reach out to whoever this person is, you're kind of holding yourself back from doing it. You're like making a very small effort, even though you'd like to make a bigger effort. It's like, you know, when we're younger and your best friend doesn't like someone, and because your best friend doesn't like someone, you're like, okay, I don't like that person. And then you get caught up in the middle of someone, and then that impacts your relationship with, let's just say, you are fascinated by like you have nothing against this person that your best friend doesn't like, but now you have to not like them because like your best friend doesn't like them. And so you can't make friends with a new person because you don't want to impact the relationship with your best friend, and you don't want your best friend to feel like you aren't loyal, so you don't make friends with a new person. Something like that. It feels like you're like stuck. Are you like stuck in the middle of something? It feels like you're worried about losing someone else, which is impacting something else that you're doing. I'm not sure why. So yeah, let's hear from the angels, actually, not the wisdom of oracle today. Yeah, let's get some advice. What's the advice for Sagittarius? Spirit, angels, and guides. What's the advice for Sagittarius? It's interesting because the relationship is coming up as a very, very important one today in this reading. All right. It's almost like your relationships are changing, or the way that you have to navigate with people is changing. Which is something that you're thinking about and have as a consideration as you interact with these people. All right, what's the advice for Sagittarius? What's the advice for Sagittarius? All right, we have 3 cards. First card is communicate clearly. Second card is big happy changes. And then we have recovery. I feel like these are it almost feels very instructional to me. Like, you have to communicate with the parties involved here. You have to put effort into preserving these relationships if you'd like them preserved. You have to put effort in changing relationship dynamics to preserve all of your relationships. To me, the recovery card talks about the possibility of this happen, like multiple relationships can coexist. Relationships may need to change, but I feel like you can hold on to, like, the point of this reading feels like, Sagittarius, you can hold on to your relationships if you just accept that some of them need to change. You can still have people in your life. Just know that as you make new connections and as you grow and develop, like, sometimes these relationships are going to change. It doesn't mean that you have to end the relationship, but maybe you guys change the dynamic of how you interact with people. If this is just like you entered a relationship and now you have to adjust how you deal with your friendships, then do that. But you don't have to lose people just because new relationships are entering your life. It feels like something like that, like relationship management, conflict management as a result of your relationship dynamics. So, Sage, I hope this was helpful to you. And as always, thank you for watching.